This is how me and two of my best friends shot 287 instant photos while in Japan. And it just so happens to be the director's cut of my trek through Japan. Previously released in 5 standalone episodes, but now I've condensed it into one full-length movie that I'm calling Japan, the movie, with bonus footage and new ending. Yeah, this is the definitive watch of all things photography, adventure, gashapon toys, and so much more. Did I mention the snacks? Because there's so much snacks. Sit on back and grab some snacks because you're in for a real treat. Plane. We're going to Japan. That's right. Back in late September of 2024, I made a trek to Japan with my friends Caleb and Alex. In this video series, we're going to be trekking across Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. We make it to Skytree. We even go to the brand new, literally just opened the day prior, the Nintendo Museum. We ride a bullet train, spend lots of money on gashapons. What are gashapons? Well, we're going to find out. We do a lot of street photography with instant photography specifically. We got Polaroid SX70, we got the Polaroid i2, we've got the Lomo Instant Wide and the Instax Wide 300. And I even sneak in a little pack film, baby. We go to Disneyland, we go to Universal Studios, and so many temples. Ooh, sit on back and enjoy my trek through Japan. Before boarding our flight, I had to do the most Portland thing you could do. If you know, you know. After being awake for nearly 27 hours, a few time zone changes later, we finally arrive in Japan. Trains, lots of trains on this trip. Caleb shot this pretty killer shot with the Instax Wide 300 to start the day. Then we hit the streets of Tokyo, more specifically Shibuya. I was rocking an SX70, and I also had the Polaroid i2 with me, but this shot was with the SX70. And fun fact, this was the nicest day of the entire trip. Well, one of them. And of course, I had to stamp a picture of the goodest boy in the whole world, Hachiko. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Which he was made famous for waiting for his owner at a train station for 9 years, hoping he'd come back. But sadly, his owner had passed away before he could retrieve him. From there, we were heading over to a shopping center, but of course, we had to snap a couple photos along the way. We arrive at Bic Camera and just hang around, do a little shopping. I know someone that's gonna love this camera. Shout out to you, Noptop. I didn't get this. I kind of wish I did though. Looks ridiculous and fun. We did, however, find these Tomica? Hopefully I said that right, but man, they had this giant wall of these cars, and I definitely picked some up because they were just too fun, ridiculous. Like a truck hauling a hamburger? What? Too funny. Just had to get them. Felt 10 years old again. Drinking some grape soda, watching my friends play arcade games. What? Come on. What more could you want? Oh, I don't know. How about some gashapons? This is my first time experiencing gashapons. I miss them so much. Before coming on this trip, I researched cool gashapons, and this place didn't have it, but there's an alien one, and I need to find this. So we're gonna search for this on this trip. I need it. Oh wait, it doesn't fit. And yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out. I wanted that Spider-Man really bad, and watch me put it in the wrong slot. That is not what I thought it was. Oh, I did the wrong one. Whoops. It's that one. After putting the money in the right slot, I got the one I was wanting. It's Spider-Man reading a newspaper. It all worked out at the end because I got the one I wanted. And they even had these little photo ops for the toys that you get. So we had to take advantage of that. And here's little Spidey, just, reading a newspaper. He's just a little guy. If you don't know what gashapons are, it's just these crazy, wacky, super cool little toys you get out of these little vending machines, but they're at random. Some are realistic foods, some of them are from animes, superheroes, Pokemon, all sorts of crazy stuff. I fell in love with them, and I checked them out every time I saw it. I'm sure you'll see more of them in this video. We were back on the streets to a next shop where I found these fries. had to get one. It was a claw game, 100 yen per try, and I did it on the second try. Totally worth it. Wish I got more. We found another little photo op for Gashapon toys. So I snapped a photo on my SX70 of Spidey. Came out pretty good. A little dark, but pretty good. From there, we headed over to the Nintendo shop in Tokyo, which was so cool. I ended up picking up this really awesome bag that's perfect for instant photography. I have been loving it, and it wasn't too expensive. I think I paid like 30 bucks for it. American, that is. The other thing that we ended up all picking up were these fidget keychains from Nintendo controllers. So ridiculous, but so cool. They were limiting these. We were only allowed to get 2 at a time, and we kept getting doubles. But spoiler alert, we kept going back to the store over our trip, and we ended up all getting a complete set of these. So what do they do exactly? Well, absolutely nothing. You click them, you flick them. They're a fidget toy. They're ridiculous. Had to get them all. We also learned that these were a Tokyo Nintendo shop exclusive. This is the only place in the world to get them. Literally, this one machine in this one store. Crazy. Before leaving, I did snatch up a t-shirt, which unfortunately is a little too small. Their sizes are not big. And I snapped this photo of Mario on my SX70. Right across from the Nintendo shop is the Pokemon Center. And for some reason, this is all I have of the Pokemon Center. I forgot to take a photo of Mewtwo. With an instant photo, that is. I'm really mad at myself. I meant to go back, but I forgot. But Caleb didn't. Here's his shot he took. Each Pokemon Center in Japan has their own like legendary Pokemon on display. And so I miss Mewtwo, which means I won't see him again. And I'm really mad. But I got the other ones, which you'll see later in the video. For no reason at all, just look at this little van. Back on the streets. And here's some random photos I took on our walk to the next stop. After all these years, I found him. Who knew he was just hiding out in Japan? Crazy. Our next stop was the Play Art Sky, or more specifically, the Square Enix Cafe in Tokyo. It's in this like egg-shaped building. It's pretty cool. Now, I'm not really into a lot of the Square Enix stuff. It was still pretty neat. This display room was definitely next level though. They had some like video game inspired foods, and I got this, which was quite tasty. Had like bananas, chocolate, kind of like a banana split in a way. Definitely worth checking out. Stopped by the Godzilla store and snapped a quick photo with the man himself, and had to shoot one with my SX70. We also got spied on by this cat. I think it's their overlord. Peers down on us peasants. It's hot. It's humid. It's really humid. Yeah, it was so hot, humid, and disgusting. But we trekked on and made it to Shinjuku, where Godzilla towered over us. This thing was so cool. However, it was a little too far away to shoot any like Polaroid or Instax photos. And I didn't have my 2X lens from Retrograde Engineer with me. We found ourselves right behind Godzilla at this cafe, which you can order a giant punch bowl of alcohol. Look at this thing.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Ladle crystal.
The ladle? Oh, look at this.
I got it.
We're gonna drink it all. Alex is saying no.
I'm not.
Challenge accepted, I say.
I wonder what the intended number of people this is.
45. This place was super cool. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but I think it's Kabuki Cafe. They had really unique foods, drinks, like you can get a tower of alcohol. I don't know what you would call it, but that's pretty amazing. There was live music, even though it was in Japanese, it was still really entertaining. This pizza, however, was very strange. And after about 45 hours sitting here trying to drink all this, this is where we're at. And also it's like a lemon sour, kind of like a lemonade. It was actually really good. We didn't finish it. I had 10 of them. I think Caleb actually beat me at like 15, and I think Alex had 2. And before leaving, I snapped this photo with the SX70 camera, and then we went upstairs because we found gashapons. And apparently I didn't record any of it. No dice on the alien though. But I did take this photo, and if you look closely, you can see Caleb. But a glare is covering him up for the most part. We headed back out to make our way back to our Airbnb, snapped a couple photos along the way. Liked how this one came out, but it was getting a little bit dark. Pretty bummed about this shot because this sign was blinking, and I took the picture trying to time the blink and I missed. I know, I'm pretty bummed out. Shot this one too, but it was just getting too dark out, so we ended up calling it. And that pretty much brings us to a close on the first day ever in Japan.
Day 2.
we just so happened to be pretty close to Disneyland. More specifically, DisneySea. So we went and checked it out. They even have their own like Mickey train with what I think is really cool. The train handles are Mickey ears. Pretty fun. The bummer part was it was raining, which kind of sucks for photos. At least instant photography. Not ideal conditions for it. First shot I took was of this volcano that turned out to be kind of their main attraction, the main ride. And we did ride it, and it was pretty awesome. Obviously, I don't have any footage of it because, I mean, how do you record while you're on a freaking roller coaster? But I shot it with the Lomo Instant Wide camera, and I also brought my soda can 35mm, and it came out pretty good. The concept of DisneySea is pretty awesome. The theme is you're on a cruise ship making stops kind of around the world. So each section of the park is like a different theme. And I took a picture of our quote cruise ship, and the scale of this is just, it's unfathomable. It's huge. I think it's an actual cruise ship that was just parked here. It's so big. Here's another shot with that soda can 35mm camera. I didn't shoot any Polaroids here. Conditions just weren't great, and film was scarce. It's hard to tell the scale in video. It's actually a really big boat. It's huge. But now we're about to go ride the Tower of Terror. I'm kind of scared. Last time I rode the Tower of Terror, it was actually the Guardians ride. And it scared me. I'm not even kidding. I thought I was gonna die. So, I'm gonna die again. Caleb's gonna have a blast. Look how excited he is. Oh, let's not get run over. I'm excited. When I was a little kid, I wanted to go in Tower of Terror so bad. I saw a commercial for it, but they changed it. And so when I went to California, it was the Guardians ride, which I'm not complaining about, but this is the first time I've actually done Tower of Terror. I'm scared. Are you scared?
I'm not.
You're not scared?
No, I'm not.
He's scared. He's totally scared. He's just trying to be tough. We later learned that this ride is exclusively to Japan. It has its own story, its own thing. The only bummer part was the story was in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese. We survived. Caleb was scared.
I was not scared.
You grabbing my leg. He was grabbing me. It was fun. However, the Guardians of the Galaxy one was like way longer. This was pretty short. I loaded this in Disney World in Florida, aka United States. I am now in Disneyland, Tokyo. It's gonna have a wide variety of photos on this camera. Here we are, going through the Aztec Temple. We don't know if we will make it out alive. Let's do it. This is actually the Indiana Jones ride, and it was awesome. We were inside the temple. Look, I found treasure.
Trash.
Inside the Indiana Jones ride, I found an artifact. Maybe I can sell it. This ride was the same as the one in the States. Still really fun though, but I think Caleb was scared. Last looks. Here we go. Wow, look, wow, look. All right, let's go. Yeah, after spending the day in the rain, walking around, snapping a couple more photos with the soda can camera, and one final shot with the Lomo Instant Wide, standing in lines for rides, eating some delicious food, it was time to go. DisneySea was super fun, and I wish I had more time there. Just sucked that the weather was sucky. Wasn't ideal for instant photography, especially not Polaroid, which I was really bummed about. And the Lomo Wide was even struggling to get some good exposures. Overcast days are just not great for instant photos. Undersaturated pictures and overexposed highlights. When you're shooting with color film, that is. Overcast days are great for black and white, which I did not have with me.
Safely.
We're on a mission to find Polaroid film. I brought some, they didn't bring any. So here's the thing. Remember how I said film was scarce? We couldn't find film to save our lives. Not even Instax film. And isn't it from Japan? So after a long, extensive research, I found that there was a camera store in Tokyo that was about 45 minutes away that sold film. And not just Instax film, but Polaroid film. So we headed over there. This might be the only place in all of Tokyo, at least, that might have some film. Here we go. Let's hope. I'm lowish. And we're still here for another like week and a half. And for some reason, I didn't take any video of the building, just this window shot and hardly any shots of the indoors, but they did have some Polaroid cameras, and this was the first time I ever seen a 690 in person. I don't recommend getting these, by the way. They're kind of terrible cameras that break and fall apart, hard to repair, more of a shelf piece, not worth it. Woo, we had it, we got it, found it.
Props on Chris.
You hear that? I did good. For once.
Good job.
Good job, Chris. Mission accomplished on the film. Now let's hit the streets, take some photos. Like this abandoned Honda motorcycle shop. I used the Lomo wide and Caleb was using the 300. I don't know, the Lomo wasn't quite hitting like I wanted it to. This spot was right next to the Airbnb, so I reshot it with the Polaroid. Came out a little bit better. Still not how I pictured it though. Caleb and Alex are both big time video game collectors, so we found this pretty sweet video game store. I don't really collect games, but I did find this, which was too cool. The soundtrack to the original Pokemon game. How awesome is that? Seen this really cool Game Boy kiosk. And then there was this guy from Metal Gear Solid. Pretty cool shop. Had to snap a photo of the front with my SX70. I'm not sure what this is all about, but it made me laugh and I needed to take a picture of it. Shot it with my SX70. Gotta take a minute to talk about the snacks. And the drinks. Oh my gosh. They got some crazy, wacky, unique things. And we stopped anytime we saw a machine to check it out and see what it has to offer. There's some nasty stuff and there's some good stuff.
It tastes like liquid Smarties.
Walking the streets of Tokyo is just something that you need to experience. You just never know what you're gonna find. We even found this kind of weird vending machine corner alley cave. I don't know, but check it out. Hang on, let's see what we're trying to fit. I made it. Whew. Just more weird shit.
Bouncy balls.
Weird stuff.
Should I get one of these mystery packages?
You should. I think I'm going to.
Okay.
Popcorn. Well, hopefully we can get out. Hopefully it's not like one of those bee traps. I don't know. Translate.
There was one of them in English. I think they are, the amount of sperm is 50 million.
say sperm?
That's what it says. The amount of sperm is
507. It really does say it. Amount of sperm. Huh. I'm kind of stuck. Oh, I made it. It's a tight squeeze. We need P. Diddy's lube.
His lotion.
You can buy a phone. All right, Caleb got a mystery can. Is it food? This is a sperm one?
nope. I have no idea.
Opening the mystery can. Oh, it's pressurized. It's food?
I think you should have got spaghetti.
The chips? What is that? Is it dog food? What is it bread?
He's got canned bread.
I think it's bread.
Canned bread.
Is it moldy?
No, it's not moldy. It's got like fruit or something in it.
It is bread.
It's canned bread.
Is it good?
Interesting.
Was it worth the 990 yen?
No, probably
No, but it's not bad.
Okay.
I don't think it should be a $9 muffin though. It's like a really dense bread with, I think, strawberry or raspberry. It's very subtle.
Oh, Alex got something too.
I have no idea what it is. There's a note on this back, so we'll have to save that later for translating. Hold on to that. And
It's anthrax.
It's the new strain of COVID. Just chow down on your really expensive bread. Is like jellies in there?
Yeah, it's like little jellies, little fruit jellies.
it's definitely food.
It's like crackers.
I think.
Looks like it.
Animal crackers? I think it's animal crackers.
Aw, that's cute.
Or cookies or something?
So you're supposed to do something with them, maybe. Oh, animal shit. Yep, they're animal crackers.
Nice.
And they put the names on.
Oh, nice.
Aw,
Nice.
cute.
Vending machines. You just never know what you're going to find in them. I miss them so much. Stopped at another shopping center and check out what I found. Stranger Things stuff. This was all I found on this trip, except for this random photo, which I think is fake. Because I looked this up. It's not for Game Boy. It's the phone game, which I've played. It's actually really fun. and free. Not a sponsor. Oh, this really cool cow neon sign. Shot it with my SX70. I didn't like it at first, but it's kind of grown on me. What do you guys think? Leave a comment, let me know. This is just some random back alley of a random building on a random street. And the reason I'm showing you this is because look how freaking clean it is. Everywhere you go in Japan, it is spotless. Even back alleys. Absolutely insane, and I love it. More gashapons. Oh man, I miss these so much. I wonder if this guy knows what his shirt says, or is it one of those situations but in reverse, where over here in the States, people get Japanese tattoos and Japanese shirts with words on them in Japanese, but they have no idea what it says. I truly wonder if he knows what it says. Either way, message rings true. Everywhere you look, there's just such cool architecture and signage and just pure awesomeness. I miss Japan so much. Take me back, please. Shot this next shot with the SX70, but it was just a little too dark out, and I'm pretty bummed because I thought that was a cool building shot. But I mean, it's all right. It's still pretty cool. I need to have shot it like 15 minutes previously. Then it might have been perfect. At least I got a cool phone pic for what I was hoping to get on Polaroid. We decided to do one of the most touristy things you could do, and that's check out a maid cafe. We had a very interesting time, and we totally got ripped off while we were here as well. They saw that we were foreigners and absolutely raked us over the coals for money. But I mean, I could say I did it. I would probably not do it again.
What's your cat look like? Cat.
But we did get some instant photos though. They did call them Polaroids though, and you could choose from regular, large, and I chose large, but they still gave me an Instax mini. And there was definitely Instax wide photos over there on the table, which I'm curious to know how they got it, because we couldn't find this stuff anywhere. Oh, and is this just a lost in translation thing? My master mistress? We look forward to your coming again. I was also scammed into buying a pin. They just tacked onto the bill and gave it to me. And also a coaster of one of the girls, which was our waitress, or maid, I guess. Man, after I just said how clean Japan was, and I find this. This was on the floor of a train station. Are you kidding me, Japan? I expect better from you. That was sarcasm. We were calling it a day, and on the way back to our Airbnb, there's like a little festival, a little parade or farmer's market. I don't know, that something was going on. But we saw this giant crowd hovering over an geisha, which was awesome. I've never seen one in real life before, which was a great way to bring the end of day 4 of our Japan trip. We're starting day 5 right out of the gate with some photos, which this was a walk down to our first temple / shrine that we went to on this trip, which was actually not too far from my Airbnb. Shrines and temples here are everywhere. You could be in the busiest part of town, skyscrapers, buildings, a lot of industrial areas, and out of nowhere, lush, green, beautiful temple. Just right in the mix. I shot these photos with the Polaroid i2. The i2 was really serving me well in Japan. This was right when the firmware update came out and I wanted to test it out. And it did well. From here, we headed over to Diver City to check out that life-size Gundam, which is insane, so stay tuned for that. But we had to hit up some shopping centers and hit a 7-Eleven, baby. Oh, I miss those so much. The foods you see, and it's so cheap, and the food's so good. Found some gashapon, so you know what that means. Had to get some. I'm still after that alien gashapon, and there was no luck at this spot. But they had a Chucky one. I had to get it. I love that movie. Hot take maybe, but my favorite Chucky movies are The Bride of Chucky and The Seed of Chucky. Let me know in the comments below how much you hate me saying that. And what's this? A porter potty? I don't know. It was ridiculous. Had to get it. A Minecraft store? Interesting. Oh, also found Kit Kat cereal, which Kit Kats in Japan are next level. They love their Kit Kats here. There are so many flavors. I tried to try them all, but failed because there's just too many to get. And they're all so good. Which brings us to the main attraction, the reason that we came here. That's bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's what she said. This is the Diver City Gundam, life size. I wish you could gather the scale. This thing is absolutely massive and incredible. Damn. Can't really get the scale of this thing. It's huge. I had my 35mm soda can camera with me and I shot this photo of it, which came out amazing. And then I had the i2 with me and I shot one with that, but there was a small issue.
A white statue against a white background. We'll see what happens.
And given the circumstances that it was overcast and a little humid that day, I actually really love this. It does have a little bit of color shifting, but can't really avoid that with Polaroid. But the i2 handled it well. White subject on a white background, crushed it. I also shot this in auto with exposure compensation, I think set to like -1.5. This thing was absolutely incredible. This is probably the closest way I can show you the scale of this thing. Look at the people and look at the size of this thing. It is huge. Loved it. And right next to this, there was like this little smoothie cart. So I got myself a commemorative cup and I'm storing some of my gashapons from the trip inside of it. We're going up there. I think, if we can figure it out. Next, we headed on over to, I believe it's called Fuji TV. This is where you catch the legendary Pokemon known as Zapdos in the original Game Boy game. Hopefully he's up there. You think Zapdos is up there?
Gotta save the power plant.
He says yes, maybe. You have to save the power plant. That was only in yellow, right? Or is that in red and blue? It's in all of them. We're nerding out over here. This actually might not be true. I did some research and I can't find anything about it. So we might be wrong. Oh, I also got a Gundam drink from the life-size Gundam. This thing's amazing. This drink. Wow. We shot a bunch of photos of this. We actually ended up coming back to this at night, so stay tuned for that. But during the day, I had some black and white film. It was the monochrome frames from last year, and that stuff gave some really unique results. I had it loaded in my SX70. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't expired. It was maybe 5 months old, 6 months old at this time. It should have been working fine, but it wasn't. But it gave some cool results nonetheless. And I also shot one in color with the i2, though I was getting some weird color shifts with this film. And this is the film that I bought from that camera store, so I don't know what's going on. But I don't really mind it. I think it looks pretty cool. This was the view inside that metal ball, and this was the view from outside that metal ball. There's no Zapdos. You lied.
Someone already got him.
Someone already caught him. No Zapdos. Again, I researched. I can't find anything. If you know more, please let me know in the comments below. So a quick hack with the i2 camera if you're trying to shoot through glass, because you can't actually shoot through glass because the autofocus will set to the glass. So a way around that is meter the scene, then set the camera into like aperture priority mode or manual mode, set it to those settings, focus on something that's really, really far away or within the range, and then half press the button and then move back to the window and then take your shot. And that should bypass the window being there or the autofocus. You know what I mean. So after admiring the views from up here, and Caleb let me use his Instax 300 for a shot, we headed back down, and I think, if I remember right, there was a shopping center right across the street, and this was just sitting there. Why? I don't understand. It was in a random corner next to an escalator. But hey, it's Bruce Willie. Random. Love it. Inside this place, we found this like shooting gallery. You shot cork bullets at snacks. I'm in. These guns were like air powered and you just plugged it with a cork and you tried to shoot your target. And as many as you knock over, you got to keep. We walked away with a few. It was so much fun. Not a bad haul. I'm American. I should be good at this. While at the shopping center, I found grape Fanta in a glass bottle, and I wish you could feel how heavy this thing is. It is like a brick. Plus, they seem to love grape Fanta here. It is rare to find any other flavor. And here's something kind of extra with the Fanta. I'm gonna flash forward to when we got back. Check this out. I got some Fanta. It is Japanese, and the reason I got it was because I was curious to see if it tasted like the one I did in Japan. And so I opened it and I took a quick little swig. I was quickly reminiscent of my time while in Japan. And as Caleb would say, it's very nostalgic, even though we were just there. I thought it'd be kind of fun to buy some American Fanta. Technically, this one is the Mexican version, not the US version. It does have the cane sugar. Does that make it better? But one of the things I found crazy fascinating between the two was the nutrition facts. Calories, 190. This has 46. Sodium, 95 milligrams. This has 10 milligrams. Carbs, 48 grams, 12 grams. Sugars, 48 grams, 12. And this is delicious. But I want to do a comparison. Is it actually better, or is it the same, or is it worse? Let's find out. This is actually a bottle opener I picked up in my travels. It's a DeLorean from Back to the Future, and it's a bottle opener. The funny thing is I don't really drink soda often. This isn't really, oh, there it goes. very artificial grape soda that you would expect. Let's take another quick swig of the Japanese. There's no contest. This is so much better. Wow. No, don't be wrong. This is pretty good. I mean, it's terrible for you. So much sugar. But this is totally different. It is really good. Again, not good for you, but it's better for you than the American version. I don't know how they're able to make it taste so good with less, like way less, like sugars and everything than versus the American. I don't know. I thought that was kind of fascinating. But anyway, back to your regular scheduled programming. We had enough shopping for now, so we decided to head out to shoot some photos and just get some fresh air. We found ourselves at this National Historical Site. It was an old gun battery from the 1800s, replica, but still really cool place. It was right next to this really cool bridge, so I busted out the I-2, shot this. Conditions were not great. White bridge against a white background. Didn't do the greatest this time. Then I had an idea. I happened to bring my 12x lens with me. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I've got the 12x lens attachment for the SX70. Let's try it. And I also still had that crappy black and white film still loaded in there, which kind of sucked. But I didn't know that every shot was gonna look bad at the time. The reason I don't think it's gonna work is because there's not a lot of light, and this thing needs a lot of light, and I don't have a tripod. It's the second tower, not the first one there. It's the farthest one away. That's so far away. And I cranked up the exposure comp by 1. I don't know if that was enough, but I don't have a tripod. And it's not quite bright outside, so we'll see. Let's experiment. It's kind of all jacked up. But hey, it totally worked though. It's technically in focus. It's not blurry at all. I got something. It did work. But I'm calling this a success, even though it's still not the greatest shot. But technically it worked. I don't know. What do you think? Is it cool? Let me know. Leave some comments. Just realized on this little trek adventure that we're going through, trekking through Japan, I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. If this was a movie, I'm the comic relief guy that dies to sacrifice himself to save the group or move the plot forward. Hopefully that's not the case here. There's something in the trees. I can feel it. Logan Paul over here. Logan Paul, no. It was quoting the movie Predator.
There's something in those trees.
I feel like I'm gonna step on a wrong stone and get impaled by some harpoons and spears.
Yeah, we all jumped at the same time. We might be able to open the Legend of the Hidden Temple.
All right, that's enough goofing off. It was getting pretty dark, but right before we left that little battery park area, Caleb was nice enough to let me shoot with his 300 to get this shot of the so-called power plant from Pokemon, aka Fuji TV. It was getting a little bit too dark though, which I wanted to head back to the Fuji TV and take some of the photos there at night. And we got some pretty good ones. So I pulled out that Polaroid i2 since I had that crappy black and white still loaded. This wasn't the look I was trying to get, but I'm not complaining. I think it's like super fun and creepy. Kind of reminds me of like aliens looking down on us. I don't know. What do you guys think? Little known fact, this was modeled off of the thermal detonator from Star Wars. New series I'm working on. Completely untrue facts. Possibly a zine coming soon. So on that note, it brings day 5 to a close. And on the train, I saw this cat just kind of chilling. So we head back to the Airbnb, and here's my haul. This is what I was lugging around in that backpack all day. And also, I was averaging like anywhere from 25 to 30,000 steps a day on this trip. Insane. Which brings us to the morning of day 6. If you're a member of the old Spitfire Club, then here's an update for you. But if you're not, guess what? I brought pack film. Been here for like 5 days, 4 days. Haven't shot it yet. Using a new camera too, by the way. I have to get like really far out here. There's no microphone. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. I ended up bringing multiple cameras that I said I wasn't going to do. I was only going to bring 2 cameras. But I ended up bringing, obviously, my SX70. Can't leave home without this. But I have also brought my Polaroid i2 camera. And been shooting with this just yesterday. just yesterday, and I got some pretty cool pictures. It has the new firmware update, so that's why I wanted to bring it. But also it has the built-in flash and stuff. The SX70 doesn't have that. I bring, where is it? I have to bring an extra accessory, which is nice, because I can like take the flash off and sort of condense that down, but it's a little bit more convenient to have it built in, so that's another reason I wanted to bring it. And then the pack film camera, I just brought the 250, not the Goose. Would have been fun to do Goose Week in Japan, but that's not gonna happen. Oh, and then the other camera I brought is the Lomo wide, and it has been kind of failing me, which is unfortunate. I don't know what's going on with it. It's not getting the focus right. So I'm like shooting landscapes and stuff, or things that are far away. They're kind of coming out soft and a little bit blurry. I don't know. It's kind of failing me, which sucks. I brought a lot of film for that. And I did bring in one other camera, and that is my Coke can camera, 35mm, just for fun. I've already gotten some laughs, and that's what it's all about. I love that. The funny thing about this is that I loaded this camera in February in Disney World of 2023.
I actually did a separate video just on this camera and 4 other film cameras where I shot around the world. Well, kinda. If you want to check out that video, the link is in the description.
And for those that are doing the math at home, it's 2024, near the end. Is it October yet? The time zone change here in Japan has been kind of wild. Nope, it's still September 30th, which that means it's September 29th back home. It's crazy, the time zone. I'm traveling in the future. Quit living in the past, guys. It's just good life advice. Here's what I'm working with. I need to do some cleaning. Yeah. Believe it or not, it's sort of organized. Oh, I've already been indulging myself in the local cuisine and the liquids. This thing's actually really good. I'm actually gonna probably bring this one back for my friend. And then this one also, I might actually send to them. We'll see. Actually, I might send this to Caitlin. You know Caitlin. She's been in the video where I challenged her to shoot with a Polaroid camera. This is disgusting, but I got it just because I knew it was going to be disgusting. It's lemonade with tomato sauce in there. It's gross. Or I should say tomato juice. It's gross, but it's cool. Ooh, I also got this just to have as a display. It's Fanta. It's Japanese Fanta. And their Fanta is like amazing here. But also, they trick you with the bottle, thinking that how it's like, oh, it's heavy, it's got a lot of liquid in it. This bottle you could kill somebody with. It wouldn't even break. It is thick with 14 C's. Oh, I also got this, but this one's actually partially drank. This is really good too. Went to the giant life-size Gundam yesterday. That was just that was nuts. But yeah, I got this like crazy awesome drink there. It was so good. I'm not gonna show you everything, but this is the last thing I'm gonna show you. I found the Pokemon soundtrack from the original Game Boy games. The sounds of my childhood. or I should say, the music of my childhood. It's so cool. I can't wait to listen to it. Even though back home, Pokemon was red, blue, and yellow. And over here, it was red and green. That's pretty fun. And I have a bag of just random things like gashapons. Lots of gashapons. I might get some more of these. Actually, I've got a lot of them already. Be able to do a fun giveaway with these. Ooh, I should get a bunch of them and do a giveaway for Christmas this year. Always do a bucket giveaway. So maybe there'll be a bunch of random Japan stuff in that. Let's go have some fun. Let's shoot some pack film today, maybe. I will be bringing that with me. Oh, I should probably show you what I brought. So I brought one pack of the ID film, but got some precious FP100C. Yeah, let's have some fun, baby.
All right, enough about that. Let's pack up and hit the road. But I had to switch backpacks because the one I was wearing, which was awesome, it was literally falling apart. Thanks, Pat Flynn, for a defective backpack that I got for free at Card Party. I'm being sarcastic. I'm on his team. Don't fire me. Today we decided to go to Skytree, second tallest building in the world. But first we stopped at some temples/shrines. The architecture is just beautiful here. I'm probably gonna butcher the name of this, but like this pagoda? I tried shooting this with my Polaroid twice, and both of them came out terrible. You couldn't even see the image, sadly. We also discovered these stamp books. At every temple, you can get a new stamp with a donation.
These are so cool.
We're just a little upset we didn't discover this until this far into the trip. We only ended up getting like a handful of these stamps, but still an awesome souvenir to take home. My main camera choice today is the i2, since I have that crappy black and white film still loaded in my SX70. I really like this temple. I love the lanterns. Caleb shot this with the Instax Wide 300. Amazing. Tried to convince Caleb to rent one of these paddle boats with me, but it was a no-go. I'm joking. In fact, I'm the one complaining that we had to walk around this lake. I have never done so much walking in my entire life. Whew, it was exhausting, and I was not properly prepared. Next time I'll bring the right footwear. But the walking was worth it because you got to see cool stuff like this. A circle tree. What? So cool. So after walking around the temples, we decided that we needed to do more walking, which was on our way to Skytree. And we snapped a couple photos along the way. I think this is the first shot where the i2 failed me. I don't know what happened, but the Lomo actually did a great job. One of the few really good shots I got with the Lomo on this trip, sadly. Here's a few shots of Caleb's, and yeah, his definitely came out a lot better. The i2 did redeem itself though. I think his shot came out pretty cool. Japan has 3 major convenience stores, 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson's. And we never went to a Lawson. I'm kind of bummed. At least I have this Polaroid shot of it. Oh, and I shot it with the i2. I'm also bummed that all this film is coming out with these weird artifacts. And again, I got it here in Japan from that camera shop. But enough about that. We have now arrived at Skytree.
Currently at the Skytree in Japan. Look at this thing. It's huge. As Caleb would say, it's a 600-foot tower. That doesn't look like it's 600 feet.
600 feet above sea level.
Over there. I think this is a 600-foot tower.
Maybe a little bit bigger than that.
It's over 2,000. Yeah, this thing's over 2,000 feet tall. Second tallest building in the world. Yeah, I'm with you. My thoughts exactly. So Caleb and I headed up to check out the view, which was quite insane. Yeah, 360-degree field of view of basically the entire country. I'm exaggerating. But before I headed up, I snapped this photo with the Polaroid i2. But the elevator right up here was kind of insane. It never felt like we were moving at all. In fact, if we didn't see this window of the view, it would have felt like we were just teleported to the top. Wild. And it only took like a few seconds for us to get from the bottom to the top. The view up here was absolutely insane. However, wasn't optimal for instant photography. It was getting a little bit too dark out, but it didn't stop us from trying. Sometimes shooting instant photography isn't necessarily getting the perfect shot. It's about creating that memory. And these photos were with me while I was over 2,000 feet off the ground. Sometimes I just have to remind myself of that. Before we made our way down, they were offering free photos, but just as you can expect, nothing's free in this world. And we kind of fell for that scam. The free photo was this. And at first, I didn't even notice that there was a photo of Caleb and I on it. It's this tiny one in the corner. That's the free photo. But they don't really tell you that. They pull out this and be like, hey, do you want it? It's 4,000 yen, which is like 25 US dollars. So I ponied up and bought ourselves 2 sets of these so we could have them. Hashtag no regrets.
That's my credo. No regrets.
Once we got to the bottom, I snapped a couple photos. Wish I could have shot some with instant photos. Though I did have the i2 with me, I didn't have a tripod. Lugging that thing around would have been awful since I'm walking like 25,000+ steps a day. So I had to settle for phone photos. Now that we're on the ground floor, we head over to the Pokemon Center, which this center had Pikachu and Rayquaza. I probably didn't say that right. And I actually remembered to shoot it this time with an instant camera, which I shot it with a Polaroid i2. And Caleb shot this with the Wide 300. Wow, I'm actually massively impressed with these results. And that brings day 6 to a close. There's nobody here. The calm before the crazy storm. Wow. Yeah, these stations are usually flooded with people. Like, crazy amounts of people. So seeing it this empty was pretty eerie. But we're here to get bullet train tickets, which we did order them online, but there was a small mishap. So we had to come here in person to get new tickets so we can make our way to Osaka. And once we get to Osaka, we're going to check out Universal Studios. And from there, we're also going to head out to Kyoto, well, near Kyoto, and go to the Nintendo Museum. Yeah, more on that coming up. But first off, Osaka, which is about 3 hours by bullet train. So to pass the time, I had to watch Bullet Train on the Bullet Train.
Well, what did Thomas the Tank Engine say, Lemon?
That's really mean.
They say, hey, take responsibility, mate.
You don't sound like that.
And it's wild to think. It takes 3 hours going 200 miles an hour. Wild.
Took the Bullet Train, watched Bullet Train the movie. I didn't listen to any Bullet Train songs though.
We still got to head back home. I'm lucky I got it to work. I didn't get to finish it though, but I got a little bit of Bullet Train to watch on the way back. Once we arrived, we did a little shopping, and I still had that crappy black and white film loaded, and I made it a goal to try and get rid of that. However, in doing so, I happened to take one of my favorite photos of the entire trip of this Godzilla. With the film being, I guess, ruined, old, I don't know, it's not even expired technically, but it lends to the vibe and aesthetic. It just reminds me of the old school Godzilla movies. And in that same little shopping center, I took this photo with the i2, well, more specifically Caleb did, of myself with this giant hamburger. Random. Had to get a shot. This was the one that was supposed to be in that one tower ball that we went to. Zapdos. Again, still unclear if that's even true. If you know more, leave some comments below. But this Pokemon Center had all 3 legendary birds, and I did shoot it with the Polaroid i2. Still bummed about Mewtwo. How could I have forgotten? But here's Caleb's shot with the Instax Wide 300. Pretty dang impressive. These centers are really cool, and I just realized I didn't buy anything from any of them. Pretty cool stuff inside, like cool snacks, plushies, some clothing. But yeah, I didn't get anything. Maybe next time. From here, we left the building and hit the streets, where I happened to walk by one of the weirdest gashapons. I kind of wish I got it. Guardrail. It's so weird. I love it. Then we found this store. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I love the vibe. Their mascot is a rabbit. They had some photography stuff, and not gonna lie, I almost got the camera strap. It's kind of funny, but it was 10,000 yen, which is like nearly 70 US dollars. Not worth it. And I did snap one Polaroid i2 shot. I just love the colors, and I wasn't sure if it'd come across on instant film, and it did pretty good. The only film we ever found outside of that one camera shop. I've never seen a 5-pack of Instax Wide. And it was only like, it was less than $10 a pack of film. It was like $9 a pack of film. It was such a good deal. I'm having trouble remembering the name of this place, so help me out in the comments, but we randomly stumbled upon it. I'm having to ration my Polaroid film because I don't know if or when I'll find it again. Look at that side. I'm down, which one? Oh, that is cool. Wanna go down there? Anyway, I gotta ration my shots because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to find it again. I got like, I think I have like 8 packs left for the rest of the trip. So I gotta make them last. After reviewing all this footage, I'm noticing things that I never noticed when I was there, like that giant crab. What? That is cool. And what's this fist that says 2025 on it? This was 2024, by the way. Everywhere you look, there's just something interesting, like this vending machine that serves sriracha, or just really unique architecture. And of course, just the walls of gashapon machines everywhere. They just do things so much different over in Japan versus the States. I love it so much. This is totally random, but I didn't know Hummer made bikes, like pedal bikes, not motorcycles. That's so weird. Had to snap a photo of this. Shot it with an i2. I owned a Hummer H3 up until last year. Sadly, it died. Transmission went out. Today was a short day because it was mostly spent on the bullet train getting here. So we grabbed some dinner, then we stopped and grabbed a bunch of snacks, and then we went to sleep because we had to get up early to get the train over to Universal Studios. And that kicks off day 8. Now, I've been to Universal Studios in the States, down in California specifically, and there's really not a ton of differences. There was some, and we'll go over that. However, they were doing their Halloween Horror Nights as well, which I was really excited about, but it was a small letdown. We'll get into that as well. The cameras I brought were the Polaroid i2, as well as that soda can 35mm camera. I guess this camera is going to be used at parks around the world. So I'm pretty sure the only things I've shot with this might be just parks. Maybe a couple random shots here and there, but mostly just the parks. I forgot to take a picture of this when I came in, but it's a little far away. I'm gonna shoot it anyway. Let's do it. I don't think I could have timed that more perfectly. I got Universal in full frame. So cool. And that was as close as I could get to it because that was at the entrance of the park and I already walked in and I forgot to take a picture of it with that camera. I ended up only shooting 2 more shots here at Universal Studios with this camera, and the only other 2 shots, they didn't really come out very well. I was really bummed about the Jurassic Park arch because that's the only place in the world that currently still has the original like Jurassic Park like OG sign. Everything's been switched over to Jurassic World. Oh, and I'm referencing the framing. I wish I shot this landscape, not vertical. I have to ration my film still. I've already shot 2 times. We're not even in the park yet. I only brought 1 pack and then 5 left in the i2 camera. Yeah, so I need to be sparingly with my film. And this is that first shot I took as I walked in.
This was the nicest day of the entire trip. So it was so nice to see that there was a roof in some places because it was freaking hot. The biggest surprise was seeing this, the Jaws ride. It lives. Everywhere else in the world, it's shut down, it's gone. And I never got a chance to ride it until now. And speaking of the only place in the world to see something, check this out.
Sad that it's gonna be gone. It's probably the last sign to exist. Jurassic Park, the ride. Jurassic Park, not Jurassic World. However, the ride was shut down because they're getting ready to switch it over to Jurassic World. And yeah, I'm pretty bummed I fumbled this shot. I waited too long in the day. I thought the sun would be setting in the other direction. I was wrong. Here's Caleb's shots. And also fun fact, Caleb loves Jurassic Park. Huge fan. So I'm really happy to see that those shots came out good. Though I actually do like my I2 of the Jurassic Park ride sign a lot. Except for the lovely QC issue Polaroid has. Come on, Polaroid, get your crap together. I can't wait to ride that ride. I can't wait. I think, yeah, I might as well. Look.
Yeah, I don't want to look at it.
Oh, I can't wait. As excited I was to ride this, I was secretly absolutely freaking terrified to get on this thing. But look how fun it looks. However, I almost didn't get to go on it. I got fat checked. First time in my life. I was letting the fine people know I got fat checked. They put me in the ride and make sure I'd fit. People are very small here. They breed us big out west. This ride is called the Flying Dinosaur, and it's exclusively to Japan. And it's no joke. They strap you in tight. Not just your chest, but your legs are strapped in too. While we're waiting to get on this thing, I'm noticing all my Polaroid photos having those wonderful snowflake, spiderweb things in the corners of images. I was getting really annoyed. Meanwhile, Caleb showed me his Instax photos, coming out perfect, no issues, perfect exposures. I tagged Polaroid on Instagram asking, yo, what's up? No surprise, I don't hear from them. Meanwhile, Fuji enters the chat, bragging. Maybe I should just finally commit and just shoot Instax exclusively.
This is basically a new experience for me.
I'm vibrating. That was so much fun. Got to see some of the local dinos walking around the park. Checked out this cafe, but we decided not to eat because there was too many people. Playing my favorite band in Japan. Shout out to you, Black Keys. After hanging out with the Shrek gang, we got a little hungry. So we headed back to the Jaws ride and ate at the cafe, where they actually sold shark sandwiches. Yes, I got one. I have never eaten shark ever in my life. I'm about to try shark meat for the first time.
Gamey, fishy. Gamey, fishy.
Not really. I mean, maybe a little. It's not bad. I wonder what kind of shark it is. It might be Bruce. I also got this little dessert, and it was fantastic. And I definitely kept the container that the sandwich came in. I brought it home, and I'm storing some of the little knickknacks I got on the trip, like the Nintendo controller keychain fidget toy. Man, that's a mouthful. Just a quick walkthrough of the Harry Potter world, which is on our way to see Water World, and I've never seen it before. Every time I've gone to Universal, I've missed it. So I was really excited. And then I forgot. It's gonna be all in Japanese, but still a really fun show. I kept seeing people walk around with the star from Mario, and I had to get one. They're popcorn buckets, and this one lights up. It's so cool, I had to have it. It's so funny to see this as a set decoration piece because we're supposed to be in America. So Hollywood Horror Nights, like I was saying, I did that a couple of years ago in California. So much fun. It was a special event, which means you had to buy a separate ticket to go to. They would close the park down early for the event. Well, in Japan, they do it a lot differently. You don't have to buy a special ticket, but it's not as elaborate as it is in California. They do still have some of the same elements though, like haunted houses, and I did do the Chucky's house, which was in 3D. Chucky. I was quickly told no recording allowed. It's not like California. They let me record the whole freaking walk. That was actually really cool. Couldn't really hear the story all that well, just because it was in Japanese for the most part. Like there were still some English parts of it, like some of the characters were, but it's kind of hard to tell. I think from what I've gathered from context was Glenn or Glenda trying to save us perhaps, and at the very end he like kills Chucky or something like that. It was hard to tell, but it was really fun. You had with 3D glasses for some of it, but really it was just more to help amplify some of the light effects and things like that. Still really cool. It was getting dark, and I still wanted to try and shoot a couple, but I didn't want to be too wasteful because film is scarce. I was running low. I thought this was pretty cool. The Mel's Diner changes over to Mel's Dine-In for horror nights. They do this in the States as well, but I've never got to see it in person. I didn't think this was going to work, but I figured why not try? I thought the star was enough light to possibly light up my face, but I was wrong. Then we headed on over to Super Mario World, which you had to reserve time slots to go to because it's still insanely popular there. Now, I've been here and even done the ride in California a couple of years ago. We didn't go on the ride today. We actually ended up not spending a ton of time. We just kind of walked around, shot a couple photos, bought some merch, and got out of there. We were extremely tired because this was at the end of the night. And that brings us to a close on day 8 of the Japan trek. Let's kick off day 9, which just so happens to be our trip to the Nintendo Museum. So first stop on the trek there, Kyoto Station. Once we got to Kyoto Station, I wanted to use up that crappy black and white film that still loaded it in my SX70. And I don't know what's going on with this film. It's just not working right. But Kyoto Station is really cool. The architecture of it is beautiful. I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to shoot the Kyoto Tower with good film. So this is the only shot I got on instant film. But I do have this photo that I shot with my phone, which is Caleb taking a shot with his Instax Wide 300.
The station's cool. And since we're going to the museum, I wanted to wear a Pokemon shirt, which I actually got that shirt at Card Party, which is one of my clients' event they does every single year. We got on one train just to get on another. Totally worth it because we've arrived. I don't think recording's allowed in the museum, right? Yeah.
Only some places.
See what I can do. We're going into the belly of the beast. On day 2 of it ever being open ever. Wearing my special shirt for the occasion. Alex is wearing her Metroid Prime. I think Carol's wearing something. Caleb, what are you wearing?
Zelda.
Oh, he's wearing Zelda. He's really cool. Zelda. That's a joke. It's a joke. Don't come at me in the comments. So yeah, this was the second day this museum was ever open. We got tickets only through a lottery. We were so lucky. Oh, I did shoot this with the SX70 with that crappy black and white, and it came out completely blown out with 0 of the image visible. I don't know what's going on with that stuff. We're in line. Look how tiny this drink is, though. That's probably how Shaq feels when he drinks like a 12 ounce. full fisting it. We ended up going straight for the merch shop because they had some sweet stuff that we had to get our hands on, like these giant controller pillows. However, the previous day, which was the opening day, people were clearing out the merch. So they put in some strict restrictions on how much stuff you could buy, and they were limiting the pillows to 1 per person. Not even 1 each, just 1 pillow in general, which was okay for me because this was the only one I wanted. And I did take it home. There was just so much awesome stuff. It sucked that we came to the museum towards the end of our trip and I had spent already too much money. So I was only able to grab a couple of things here, like this, which I mostly just got for the box. We later learned that they are stickers. I did snatch up one of these museum t-shirts, as well as the Super Nintendo shirt. I got the largest size. I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit, because sizes here are different than the US. They had a bunch of pins, which I almost got the Game Boy one, and I kind of regret not picking it up. All right, I spent way too much. We got these blind boxes, only 1 per customer, and I got the Wii controller. I wanted the Game Boy or the GameCube controller. The other ones I couldn't care less about. How much you spent? A lot?
Like 30,000 yen.
30,000.
Probably was $250.
Yeah, it was like 200. Mine. Yeah, it was like $136 for mine.
A little blind box, a giant Wii controller.
Would you get the Wii too?
Yeah, I know, it's the worst one. You want to buy it for $40? I in fact did sell mine on eBay when I got home. I got like $55 for it. But this bag that they gave me for my N64 controller is the biggest bag I've ever seen in my entire life. For a shopping bag, that is. I could like sleep in it. So we can't film or take pictures of most of it, but I guess some of it. We're gonna find out. So now that we got our merch, it was time to head on inside. And they gave you these cards with your name on it, which was cool. And each card is loaded with 10 coins. And you get to use these on activities inside the museum. It was their way of limiting your time there because it was so new, which I can understand. There were a couple floors in the museum. The first floor was filled with the history of Nintendo, all the games, consoles, and their origin. Really cool. Filming was not allowed here, however. Then they had an activity floor, which filming was totally allowed. One of the awesome things about this was you got to interact and mess with Nintendo's original toys before video games. They had them out for you to mess with, which I had no idea that Nintendo had physical toys. That's where they got their start. Really fascinating. They of course had a video game area where you can play some of the older consoles that they put out through the years. But the thing that stole the show, they had giant controllers to play games. I didn't get to play them. The line was just ridiculous. I did really want to play that Nintendo 64 controller though. It looks so cool. I used up the last shot of that crappy black and white just so I could load in some color and try and take a picture of these controllers. But yeah, lighting wasn't the greatest. Got separated from Caleb and Alex, so I ended up leaving the museum and making a quick trip back through the merch store for one last look and for a quick photo. All right, so after I went through the museum, I went back and grabbed a couple quick things, but one of the things I really wanted to get was one of the mystery boxes, which I ended up already getting one. You're only supposed to get one, but I went and got a second one because I don't want no Wii nunchucks. I'm hoping for the Game Boy Advance or the GameCube controller. Those are the two I really want. Let's find out. I have no one to help me film this, so enjoy this angle. I swear to God, if it's a Wii or... I guess if I get the Wii U, it would go with my nunchucks. I got the Wii U. I guess it matches. I might sell these on eBay. I, in fact, did. At least the nunchucks. The Wii U is still available. Because I don't want these ones. But they are an exclusive. I don't know if you can read that. You can't read that. It says Nintendo Museum. But the Wii U is the one I definitely didn't want. I would rather have the Switch, to be honest. Dang it. Oh, and the other thing I went back for was the Nintendo Museum t-shirt. That probably won't fit me. I got the biggest size. It's in 2X, which I normally wear. However, Japan sizes are much smaller. So this is like probably an extra large. It'll be a little snug, but maybe that's motivation to lose some weight. But surprisingly, the Nintendo Museum t-shirts are more expensive than all the other t-shirts. That's interesting. Regular t-shirts are like 3,500 yen, I think. And these were like almost 5,000 yen. I can't remember, but they were more. Oh no, it was like over 6,000 yen, I think, for the Nintendo Museum, which is like 40 bucks, 40 something US dollars. I got one though. It's raining. I got my SX70 covered up, but I want to get this shot before I lose light. Where is he? There he is. The Mario flag. Yeah, I want that shot. Even though this film's kind of failing me. Polaroid has not been kind to me on this trip. We're having issues with their film. Meanwhile, Caleb's Instax stuff just works. Yeah, terrible conditions to shoot this. Right into the bright sky on a cloudy day. And the reason that is because the shutter has to fire really fast because there's actually a ton of light being reflected off the clouds into the camera's light sensor. And a fast shutter doesn't allow enough light to cause saturated pictures. There's not enough color being exposed to the film for long enough to get those deep colors. Hopefully that makes sense. That's why overcast days are just not great to shoot instant photos. But I wasn't gonna not shoot it. I'm probably never gonna have a chance to come here ever again. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier in this video series. It's not always about getting the perfect picture. It's about the memories. And sometimes I just have to remind myself of that. And on that note, it was time to leave. Sadly. What a great experience. Oh, there was a cafe, but for some reason I didn't film in there. I don't know why, but here's the menu I took home with me. It was a build your own burger place. It was pretty good. Woo, all right, we spent way too much money. Way too much money. But that was fun. I had a good time.
We'll never get a chance to do it again.
Yeah.
Never.
Now the fun part began. Getting home with all this stuff. And I'm not talking about on the train. Packing this to the States. More on that later. Once we got back to the Airbnb, we laid everything out to admire our credit card debt from the museum.
You know, Nintendo really liked the purple there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah, I loved the indigo color. They came out with the, what was it, the, that blue, they call it blueberry for that Switch Lite, and I was so mad that they didn't make it indigo, like the Game Boy. Like, that would have been great.
It does say on here in Japanese, 20 times 3.
20 times 3, what?
That must mean there's 20 stickers times 3.
Yeah.
Dang it, I thought it was a mystery.
I thought it was acrylic, yep.
Yep, no, I thought it was a one acrylic mystery thing. But now when you shake it, now it does sound like there's a lot more in there.
But it was in a baggie.
Oh, you're right, that was in a baggie. Because I don't remember, mine doesn't make that sound. I wish I got this one. And I wish I got this one. I could live without this one, but I do like it. Kind of wanted this one. Okay. Oh, look at all that cool stuff.
You gonna drop it?
Okay, good. Trying Zima. What's Zima, you ask? Well, they don't make this anymore. It's in America. I've never had it. Well, it's an alcoholic drink that's been discontinued for a very, very long time, except in Japan, and I've always wanted to try it. Mostly because it was a joke in the show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And bang, Zima.
You ever watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? There was a Zima joke in one of the seasons.
Tastes exactly like I remember it tasting like.
And I've always wanted to try it, but it's not around in America anymore.
Do you have anything else that's like this, but delicious?
Oh, wine cooler. Yeah. I think it's not around anymore because it's good, dude.
I mean...
It's not terrible.
Well, I've had Zima.
Immediately get arrested.
Have you even tried Zima?
And yeah, I did bring one home. I haven't brought myself to drink it. Should I, or should I keep it sealed? And that's a great place to end on day 9. We pick up day 10, leaving our Airbnb in Osaka, to where we make our trek back to Tokyo, where our home base is set up. All right, welcome to my crib. We're leaving. Forgot to do a room tour. This is where I slept. I saw some Z's. It was really hot. I had to get creative with my blind situation because there isn't any. So I have a comforter hanging up, which reminds me I have to take this down since we're leaving. It worked out too well, even. Well, kind of. It was still pretty bright in here. But it was really warm. And then this room here actually is at Caleb and Alex's room. They had the ultra bed. Look at that. They had 3 beds. Oh, and the temperature difference is amazing. Look, there's an air conditioner in their room. We have a sink. We have a washer dryer. And this is an actual, this whole room is the shower room. It took me forever to figure that out at the other place we were staying at. I was trying to figure out how the room worked. The room is the shower. And then we didn't know about this room for a little bit. This is the actual living room. We were just hanging out in our rooms. It's Caleb and Alex are getting ready to leave. We have too much stuff. We have to go find lockers because we don't head back to, where are we going? Tokyo? Mm-hmm. On the bullet train. I get to finish watching Bullet Train on the bullet train. We didn't go out this door. No. Yeah. Balcony. Wow. Cool. Well, that's my crib, MTV. We're gonna go now. Bye. We had to find lockers because our bullet train ride back to Tokyo wasn't until the evening. And that's because I really wanted to check out this temple that's in Osaka before we left, which became my favorite temple to visit on this trip. So we had to find some lockers to store our stuff, and then we made our way over to, I'm gonna butcher this, Katsuji Temple? Katsuji Temple. Ugh, I'm sorry, I tried. This place was so awesome for so many reasons. One of them was you could get this postcard stamp, but it takes 6 stamps to complete the image. So you had to walk around the temple and collect the stamps. I thought that was so much fun. All the way from Japan to the US, back to Japan. Right, Fuji's in Japan. Pretty sure this was in Japan originally. F100C, baby. It got x-rayed one time. Should be fine though. That was the Nintendo Museum. Every time I load this, I'm like, how do I do this? We're at Katsuji Temple. Oh yeah, it's time to bust out the pack film camera, baby. I'd actually forgot I brought that to the Nintendo Museum, and they had their own x-rays there and they wouldn't hand check it, but spoiler alert, it was fine. I don't get to load pack film often, so every time I do it, I have to question how I'm doing it. The thing I always forget, and I've wasted like 2 shots so far, connect the battery. I've wasted like, I think at least 2 forgetting to hook this up. Alright, let's go shoot some film, baby. So the cameras I do have with me are my SX70, the soda can camera, and then the Polaroid 250, the pack film camera. So this is a Buddhist temple, and it's just north of Osaka, and it was built in 765 CE. The temple was actually burned in 1184 CE. The temple that's here right now was rebuilt, but scattered across the temple are these little guys, which are Daruma, which means winner's luck. Basically, you buy a doll, it comes with a fortune, and if you read the fortune and you interpret it as good, you're gonna have good luck. And you wanna leave that little doll somewhere around the park. Now, if it's bad, you don't wanna bring bad luck home with you, so you take it and you tie it off at the temple and leave it there, because you don't wanna bring it home. And these guys are everywhere. It's so cool. This place is super cool. Wow, look at this view. It's crazy. So as we walked around, we collected our stamps, and of course we shot some photos. And what I haven't mentioned in this video series yet is I was physically dying. I bought new shoes while I was there, and apparently I got the wrong size, because after walking around Universal Studios, I got giant blisters on the bottoms of my feet with the brand new shoes. So every step I made was like needles in my feet, but I definitely did not want to miss this temple. This was at the top of my list to check out. But yeah, I was absolutely in miserable pain. And you can actually see me kind of waddle / walk on the sides of my feet. Yeah, it kind of helped with the weight distribution. But I was able to take my first pack film shot of the trip. Very exciting. First one, it's all over. I can't peel them either. I don't have my drying box with me. I couldn't fit it in my bag. So I have to peel these later. Yeah, so stay tuned for the peels. But here's a shot from my SX70. Apparently, certain times of the year, they gather all these up and they burn them for good luck. This place had multiple temples, and I keep saying it, but this place was so cool. Beautiful, relaxing, calming. Oh, I could have spent all day here. How do you think you did?
Good, bad.
yeah, Polaroid's been failing me all trip, mostly. But I'll give it the weather. The weather is not great. But my shots are coming out like overexposed or underexposed.
Like the muddiest spot.
It is. It's very muddy right here. But I do have some pack film. Only shot one so far.
So far.
Oh, here we go.
You know, and here's
20 minutes later.
We're working on it.
Yeah, 20 minutes later. Let me see this. Yeah, I mean, it's overcast. This is the best you're going to get.
It's not bad.
It's still pretty good. You can actually see everything.
A really good Polaroid right now. It's an average Instax, but a good Polaroid.
I thought for sure.
Polaroid ain't going to sponsor me now. Not that they ever
already
would.
deleted your profile.
Yeah, I tried to log in and buy some new film today. They just released the green. The reclaimed green. I was going to get that and do a video. I had some rewards points, and when I went to go log in, it said my account didn't exist, and that's not cool. I wonder if they saw my Instagram stories of me posting the QC issues that I've been having with the film, and they deleted my account. Maybe. It's purely speculation. But it's pretty suspicious. I was trying to shoot some B-roll and I didn't have Caleb or Alex's help, so I tried my best. But it worked out. If my camera didn't fall, we wouldn't have been able to see this interaction. And that's with these curious observers. You want to see? Yeah, I want to see. Yeah. So. Photo. I wish I could have showed them the peeling part, but I can't peel these right now because I don't have my drying box with me. And I don't want to ruin these shots. but that would have been really cool. Well, I've shot my first pack film in another country. Did I shoot it in Canada? No. But here's a notable quote from Caleb.
I've been going Instax, but my pictures with the Polaroid have some fun character to them.
He was actually having some much better luck with Polaroid than I was. His was ever so slightly overexposed, but I don't mind it.
Another $10.
Notice how I'm walking.
$30.
I was still having to ration my shots, so it was so hard not to just blast all my photos. Everywhere you look, there was just something beautiful to shoot. Found some koi just right on the edge. Probably used to people feeding them. And this was just like the perfect picture. However, I think Caleb's composition was a lot better, and I'm pretty jealous I didn't do that myself. And right about the time we were leaving, we got a visitor. And I gotta tell you, this was like the most photogenic praying mantis ever. He stopped cleaning himself and looked directly at my camera, and then went back to cleaning himself. And I guess in Japanese culture, praying mantises are good luck. So if you find one, you're supposed to have some good luck. So maybe we'll have better luck with Polaroid on the rest of this trip. And the final stamp is actually on the way out. And I just love this thing. Such a cool souvenir. If you ever get a chance to do it, definitely check out this temple. It's beautiful. Here are some of the photos that Caleb took while walking around that temple, and I think this one just might be my favorite. There's just something about it. I love the composition and I love the depth of field. Sadly, it was our time to return back to Tokyo on the bullet train. And if you're ever curious as to how fast 200 miles an hour is, this is how fast it is. Oh, fun fact, I was listening to bullet train named songs, but I could only find 2 on Spotify. Really good ones though. And that brings day 10 to a close. But don't worry, I did in fact finish the movie Bullet Train while riding the bullet train. Now we're back at the first Airbnb. Shot all those pack film shots, all 3 of them, and I haven't peeled them yet. I couldn't peel them while I was out. I could have, but I didn't have the drying box that Knoptop made for me. And as we all know, I've already ruined one of these with Knoptop even. The other one got stuck. Oh no. Dang it, dude.
It looks like it's underwater.
Yeah, I thought it was dry enough. It was not. So I didn't want to take that chance. So I'm going to peel these now. I'm going to peel them in order. That is cool. Oh, wow. First shot. Yeah, baby. That's awesome. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Next shot. Yeah, baby. A little dark. There wasn't a lot of light out there, but that's really cool. I wanted to do a more like angled shot up the stairs with them, but there were so many people there, and there was a person standing right there next to it, and it just wouldn't move. So this is what I got, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, last up. I don't know if this wasn't filming. I had Caleb pull a branch out of the way and hold it so we can get this a little bit more clear. Hopefully it worked out. Why doesn't this let me peel it? Oh, it totally worked. You can't even tell. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, right off to the side here, you can kind of see a branch, and it was like kind of leaning in a little too far and covering up the arch. But yeah, you can't even tell now because it's out of the way. That's so cool. Wish it was a little more sunny today shooting these, but work with what you got. I'm pretty pleased these came through. Yeah, now I can go to sleep because I'm freaking tired. I just got back off the bullet train. That was 3.5 hours. I don't know how many trains I took today, and a bus. Took 2 buses, 3 trains, and then a bullet train. It's a lot. Pretty tired. One of these days, I'm going to actually bleach these and try and use the negatives. I've never done it. I've saved every one, too. One of these days. But I'm going to go to bed now. Night. We haven't been home during the day. What's this sound? I wonder if there's a festival thingy going on.
I'm so lonely. They left me all alone. So Caleb and Alex went to go get engaged. Congratulations to them. And so yeah, I wasn't invited. So right now, I'm gonna set the Airbnb, figuring out how to pack all this stuff. Yeah, I got food, bags, snacks, my clothes, the super awesome Nintendo 64 controller, random junk, other junk, more clothes. But yeah, so I've just been going through my stuff, getting things organized because we're leaving in like 2 days, 3 days, something like that. And I need to assess my space situation. I'm pretty sure I could probably make it all work with what I got, but I'm probably just gonna have to buy another suitcase. Mostly for the Nintendo 64 pillow, because I still want to get a bunch of random snacks and candies and things to bring back for people. I'm definitely not gonna have room for that. Plus, I kind of need my own luggage anyway. I've been using my mom's luggage for the past like 7 years. So I think I should probably go get my own. Now in the meantime, I don't know when they're coming back. I think they're gonna be gone pretty much all day. So I think I'll just do a little street photography. However, it's pouring down rain right now, but that's okay. I do have an umbrella. The cool thing about shooting like instant film is as you shoot it, you gain space in your bags. So I need to shoot some more film and I'll gain a little more extra space so I can fit more junk. It feels weird just sitting and doing nothing, even though I kind of want to do that because I'm really tired and my feet are killing me. But it feels weird to be in Japan and just not doing anything. The other thing I was going to look into is actually going to some shrines. You get these like stamps at shrines and it's so cool. So I picked up one of these books and I'll show you what it looks like. When you open it up, this, and this is like hand done. It's so cool, and each one you go to you can get its own stamp for each little shrine or temple that you go to, and a lot of them you get these little pamphlets with it, so I've been putting them with it to kind of like remember the area. But yeah, it's so cool. I think I only got 4 so far. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, I think I might go and try and find some more of those. I think there might be a couple nearby. Now, I do need to go find a post office, however, they're closed on Saturdays. I need to send a postcard, so that I'll be searching for the international stamp for like 2 weeks. So I don't know if that's happening. I leave Monday, and that's when the next time the post office is open. So I don't know if that will get sent, but either way, let's see what today brings. Captain's log. Day 10, maybe? But my first solo mission, walking the streets of Japan. I am wearing a red shirt. Hopefully that's not an indication of how today's gonna go. If you know, you know. But today's mission is to take some photos. I have a bunch of Retnex film I need to shoot. Oh, I can't get through here. Yeah, I have some Retnex film I need to shoot. It might be a toasted situation where I ruined it. I had it prepped to take to New York to me back in May. And it's been sitting in the fridge, opened, out of the wrapper. It's been several months, so I need to shoot it. Hopefully it still works. That's the mission today. I think this is the first time I've ever just wandered the streets in a different country. Maybe Canada? I can't remember, but it was definitely a first.
Not sure what this building was, but I just really love the aesthetic. So I shot it with my SX70 with the Retnex film.
This is what I was afraid of happening. Wait, this is so hard to do. Hold an umbrella and shoot videos. This is what I was afraid of happening, and that's the pods of chemistry like drying up because it hasn't been sealed properly. It's been left out of its package for like 6 months or so. But the first shot I shot, that came out really good.
So I decided to shoot it again, and it came out perfect. Beautiful saturated colors even, given that it was overcast and all. Now, you might be asking, hey Chris, the Retnex film's I-type, how'd you get that to work? Well, that's a great question, buddy. I use what's called the Power Bar S from Chromatic Parts. No modification required. Just plug and play, and you can use I-type film in your SX70 cameras. Oh, and I also shot it with the 35mm soda can camera.
Reshot it, perfect spread. I think it's the same frame too. I don't think I've ever had that happen.
Found this building. I didn't shoot it with instant photography. I ended up shooting it with that 35mm camera. Grungy, moody. Plus, I caught that bicyclist right as he was riding by. Love it. From here, I decided to head over to the temple that Caleb and Alex and I had already been to, reshoot some stuff, and see about getting those stamp/calligraphy done in my book. This was a tough spot to shoot these photos. It's in the shade, but the sky is peeking through, and it's overcast, so it's gonna be bright, hot spots, and also really dark spots. And what I mean by that is the light metering, not knowing which one to pick. So the first one I shot didn't come out the greatest. Little blurry because the shutter stayed open. I decided to reshoot it with exposure compensation, set to I think -1, and boom, nailed it. Went to the temple and was able to get this stamp/calligraphy. I can't remember the exact name that they call these. Ended up shooting one more shot of the temple. Oh, I also shot it with the 35mm camera, and also this one. And just started to make my way back to the Airbnb. Made a quick stop to grab some food, but don't worry, we head back out at night and shoot with a Lomo wide. Try to do some long exposures. All right, I'm back from my little trek. I'm soaking wet, pouring down rain out there. Like 7-Elevens here are like a huge deal. So I got this like hot dog thing, 6-inch sandwich, chocolate flavored caramel corn. Picture of it looked good. I bet it's seaweed sprinkles. I've learned my lesson on that already. Chicken, carrot, and honey mustard sauce sandwich, 6-inch. Orange Fanta. Believe it or not, orange Fanta is hard to find. They love their grape here. However, speaking of that, I also got this Fanta. I don't know what it is, but I got this. And then I got some stamps so I can mail a postcard. The reason I say all that is because, well, one, I find this interesting foods here. It's all been delicious. All this cost 1,600 yen. Oh, here it is. The actual receipt, 1,612 yen. That's the actual amount. For those at home trying to do the math on how much that is in US dollars, $10.84. That includes stamps. All this food, $10. This is easily 20 bucks back home, maybe more. Like one of these sandwiches might just be $7 by itself. It's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. What I realized I haven't done yet is giving you an Airbnb tour. Let's do it. There's the lovely front door entryway. We walk in here. You come over here and you're entering into the bathroom/laundry room. This whole room is the shower. I do things a little bit differently here. This whole room is the shower. I actually like it. It's really nice. We got our bathroom. It's interesting because the light switch is on the outside. I've seen this before in the US, but so when you flush the toilet, you actually get the opportunity to wash your hands, but there's no soap in here. But check this out. It's a 3-story Airbnb. I have not been up there since the day I got here, and I'm going to show you why. These are the steepest stairs I've ever had to climb. It's almost straight up and down. Look at these stairs. Like, I don't know if you can really gather how straight that is, but it is a trek. I don't know where the light is, but you're like climbing a ladder. It's nearly a ladder. It's crazy. But this is the second floor, which is the living room. Wow. I actually haven't been up here, like I said. So Caleb and Alex have been enjoying this more than I have because they're staying on the 3rd floor. Looks like Caleb's leaving some money up here because we can't do anything with it because it is worthless here. You can't use this money in any machines, but you do get the change when you spend money. Kitchen, lovely kitchen. This is a bathroom. Same one. No soap. So strange. I don't understand. Sweet. And we have another set of stairs. Oh, and a light switch down here. Wow. These ones are steeper. Look at this. It's like I'm climbing a ladder. Okay. Okay, I'm making it. I'll turn it on. This is their room. They get 3 beds. No, this is the 2-bedroom. Never mind. That was the other Airbnb. You got things nice and organized. Good for them. This room, is this an empty room? Oh, this must be where they're sleeping. Oh, I see what they did. Nice. That's cool. So they're sleeping in this room. Oh, look at their stuff. We've gotten a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. That's cool. So they're sleeping in here, and they're using the other room as storage. That's cool. I would have done the same thing. They must be keeping this door closed to keep the AC nice and chilled because it has been hot and humid here the whole time. It's been rough. going down the stairs. Okay. You may notice there's no bathroom up here. So if you had to pee in the middle of the night and you're half asleep, welcome to your death. Oh my gosh. It is so steep. Hopefully this comes across in video. Literally, it's like you have to take this one step at a time. And then in the middle of the night, you have to pee. There you go. Oh, we've been finding these lovely friends. Just little jumping spiders. They've been around here a bunch. Oh, I didn't even notice this. We have a little balcony. That's our view. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Not very big. Things are small here. Believe it or not, though, this Airbnb is like hard to find because it has a lot of space. Finding an Airbnb or even a hotel with like separate bedrooms was very difficult. Now, they do things a little differently here. You may notice there's multiple beds and rooms. A lot of the time, it's like 5 beds in one room. Everyone just kind of sleeps in the same room. I should probably stop talking and focus on not dying coming down these stairs. Oh my goodness. It's so scary. It's so scary. I'm afraid to go 2 steps at like, oh, that's tough. Ooh, I almost fell. One at a time, baby. One at a time. Oh, did it. Well, that was my crib. Thanks, MTV, for checking it out.
Oh, and here's my room.
I gotta figure out how to pack this all. I might have to buy another suitcase. Help.
Granted, I did lay everything out just so I can visually see what I need to pack. Once I kind of got that situated, I headed back out to hit the streets.
Captain's Log, Night Photography Edition. I got the Lomo wide. Let's see if I can shoot some night stuff. Let's find out.
Spoiler alert, this little trek was unsuccessful for the most part. And also, fun fact, where I was standing, which I thought was a back alley, turns out it wasn't a back alley at all. It was actually a street. This is what I was trying to shoot, do a long exposure. And yeah, this was actually the best photo that I took that night. And this was after probably 4 attempts. So after walking around, taking more disappointing shots, I want to take one more crack at a long exposure. And that's of a Family Mart. I love Family Marts. I missed them oh so much. I was heading there to get dinner. My idea was to get some light streaks from the passing cars and somehow get the Family Mart exposed as well. Figured it was a long shot, but you know what? I snapped these lovely pictures. Yeah, that's sarcasm. So after those disappointing shots, I had one left in the camera, so I just walked over across the street and took a picture. And even that was still a little underwhelming. Frick.
These night shots are not coming out good at all. So I'm taking my defeat. This is going home after I got some dinner from the Family Mart that I tried to take like 3 pictures of and failed. But hey, sometimes that's just how it goes. You gotta roll with the punches. I'm glad I tried, because then I can know that I did try, and then I'll learn next time. Mostly they came out bad because I just didn't have the right equipment with me. I don't have a tripod or a proper one, like a tall one. I only have that little short one. And it's raining and anyhow, a lot of things. But you don't know until you get out there and you give it a shot. No pun intended. I kind of regret not showing you this, but I have a little bit left. This was from the quote, gas station. They're the Family Marts. This is what would be a gas station back home. I should not even be comparing it to the gas stations back home because this is nothing like that. In quality of food, I should say. This is actually amazing. This is what's left anyway. Let me show you. I got some like pork and rice. It is so good. And it was like 600 yen, I think, which is $4, I think. $4 American, I'm pretty sure. It's no joke. Like, it's so good. It came from a convenience store. That's what I should be saying. Not even an actual restaurant. I also got these. Pizza chips. We have these back home. Well, a type of them. And they taste artificial, as you would expect, because it's artificial pizza. It's like pizza flavoring. And they're okay. This, on the other hand, is potato chips, but it doesn't taste like that artificial fakeness. It's just good. I'm gonna have to bring a couple of these home. I think it was 150 yen, which is like 80 cents, I think. Oh, and I'm drinking some of these. I can't remember what they're called. Well, they're strong zeros, but I think there's an actual name for them. I don't know. It's kind of like a White Claw in a way. It's alcohol. It has 9% in it. It was 200 yen. It's like a seltzer lemon White Claw. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, another thing I want to add, and I want to compare it to the US version. If you go into a convenience store or / gas station, they're just zombies. They're just like, get your stuff and get out. But here, it's a lot different. They're very nice. They're pleasant. They want to help you. I bought this, this little dinner, and they offered to warm it up for me and like prepare it for me to eat right there on the spot if I wanted to. I'm not used to that. I would have had them do that, but I had a decent walk back to the Airbnb here, and it would have gotten cold, so I just warmed it up here. But trash cans are scarce here. It is almost impossible to find one unless you go to a convenience store, and they usually have one outside. Not always, but most of the time. And another thing to add is the streets are clean. If this was the US and there was no trash cans, people would just throw this stuff on the road, just chuck it. I did see someone do that once here, and they were a local. But other than that, these streets are spotless. It is immaculate here. It is rare to find trash on the ground. Not that way back home. We're about to go down these stairs. Remember this? Hopefully I don't fall. Okay, here we go. I made it. I didn't die.
A few moments later.
How often do you get the opportunity to walk around the streets of Japan? Buzzed. Not many. So I'm going on a beer run. A little toasty. Oh, I'm stuck in the bushes. Hang on. I'm gonna miss Japan, man. Oh, I'm gonna miss Japan. This is so much fun here. I got basically tomorrow. That's it. But I'm indulging in the culture. That is open container. Alcohol, that is. I guess some of the places are starting to get like restricted. Shinjuku, which is where I'm going tomorrow, already been, but going again. They literally stopped it like last week. I was there the final day it was allowed. Didn't know that, to drink outside. But man, gonna miss Japan. There's this big freaking toad. Probably a frog, maybe a toad. In between, I don't know. I've seen him a couple times. What's up, bud? I'm not gonna hurt you. Look how big you are. That is a big freaking frog. What's up, buddy? I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh boy, I guess this is a great spot to end day 11. Sadly, we've arrived at our final full day here in Japan. There was a few things on our list to do today. One of the things that we needed was to get luggage, get ourselves a Shibuya crossing certificate, stock up on some last minute snacks. But first, we wanted to stop at this temple. I think it's called Sensoji in Akusa, the oldest temple / market in Tokyo. The one with the giant lantern. And I still had some pack film loaded in my camera and 2 shots left of the Retnex film in my SX70 that I wanted to use here as well. $10 again. This place was packed, and we got here pretty early too. I shot this, I think, right as we walked in, or was it right before we walked in? Honestly, I don't remember. But I actually think it looks pretty cool, even with one of the pods not spreading. Yet again, an overcast day, which lends to not great Polaroid photos, but I was still gonna try. I shot this with the SX70 after I finished the Retnex film with the fisheye lens, which I forgot to adjust exposure compensation. When you use that, you have to, otherwise you get overexposed shots. Which at first I didn't like it, so I shot it again, and after I shot the second one, I'm not sure which one I like better now. Let me know in the comments what you think. I don't know how this is gonna fare against the black or the white sky. Am I in the dark? I'm gonna find out. Could be wasting a shot. Could just wasted a shot. Don't know. Jeez. Spent $20 here so far. Look at that. I shot that last photo like, what, 2 minutes ago, and now there's blue in the sky. But still, that would have popped through. Yeah.
I don't think it would have picked it.
Frick. And here's a photo I shot like 5 minutes before that. Very annoying. This place is cool. Good job, Chris, for finding this place.
I knew about it.
Yeah, this place was pretty awesome. As you can see, I also had the soda can camera with me, but I only shot a couple of photos and these were those. Honestly, I think they came out pretty dang good. Even my blind selfie kind of nailed it, given the circumstances. There's no selfie mirror on that camera, by the way. From there, we just hit the streets, wandered around, found this Arizona tea looking building. I suppose it's probably the other way around. It looks like the building, not the can. Either way, we went inside and it led us to this place with one of the most beautiful structures I have seen, which we had to go take a look inside. Such a cool little random find. Oh, and of course, I had to shoot one with my SX70. Snapped this before we walked up. Such a unique building. I love their architecture here. Somewhere nearby at Shibuya Crossing, there's a certificate gashapon, which I found a TikTok video of someone showing it off. So we had a few images to try and track this thing down. And the only thing that we could find was a paper version. Granted, it was only 100 yen, much cheaper than the 1,000 yen for the cool acrylic version. But we were determined to find it, and after probably an hour plus of searching, we found it. It's just kind of unique and cool, and the only place to get it in the world is right here at this one gashapon machine. Oh, and if you don't know what the Shibuya Crossing is, it's just a giant crosswalk where hundreds, if not thousands, of people cross all at the same time. It's wild, and quite the experience. I think this is the largest neon sign I have ever seen in my life. Maybe outside Las Vegas. Snapped a couple photos, one with the soda can camera, one with a Polaroid, and also here's Caleb's shot that he did on his Instax 300. Right next door to this, there was a food place. I can't remember what it's called, but we ate there. It was definitely raw beef. Yeah, it was interesting. It wasn't terrible. But we both shot some photos outside the window of the sign. And I used my fisheye lens on the SX70 for this shot. And here's Caleb's shot. He actually took a different approach, and I really like it. Hotel Diamond. It was completely blinged out, like the entire building. Crazy, but really cool. I didn't realize Japan built a space laser. Decided to shoot this with the SX70 with exposure comp -1, and I regret it. Still pretty good shot, but Caleb's shot I think is a lot better. I'm jealous. Our next mission was to head to none other than Don Quixote, or also known as Don Q. But this is the mega version. I gotta tell you, it is not for the weak-hearted. This place was insane. So many people, such a narrow building, and like 9 floors. But our mission here was to grab some snacks, but above all, we needed luggage. They really like their Kit Kat here. This place just has a little bit of everything you could imagine. Like, do you want 4 liters of whiskey for $24 US? Or whatever that is. My biggest fumble was finding Instax film and not buying the square 2-pack for $12 US. What? Why didn't I buy it? But this looks familiar. Did a video on that like a long time ago. While on this trip, Bruno Mars did a collaboration with Don Quixote, released some alcohol and a music video. And based off the music video, it kind of seems like this was shot at this location, which is pretty cool. But you know what isn't cool? Remember that alien gashapon I've been looking for this entire trip? Well, I found it. Kinda.
It's probably like been out of stock for a while.
I've been looking for that one for all whole time we're here, and I finally found it, and it's all out. So sad. Yep, sold out. Frick. Do I know anyone in Japan that might be able to hunt one down for me? Please? P.O. box in description. But was successful on the luggage, and we were ready to get the heck out of there. A long day, but before we left, wanted to shoot a photo of the outside. Snapped it with the SX70, then we headed on back to the Airbnb. Which that meant we got to cross the crossing yet again, but at night, which is an experience of itself. All right, time has come to peel these. I wish I could have peeled them there, but my bag was too full, and this takes up so much space, and I didn't want to risk ruining a shot if it wasn't dry enough. I've already done that. So, also, this is delicious. Not a sponsor, but please sponsor me. OKF sparkling watermelon Katsuji. I don't know what that says, but it's really good. I regret only getting one, and I'm not going back because that was nuts. Okay, back to your regular scheduled programming. Here we go. This is the 2 at the temple. Let's see how we did. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And I just realized you're vertical. That's okay. That's okay. Kayla was filming. It's late. We're tired. But that's pretty cool. That's the first one I did. And now, the next one, which was, I don't remember exactly. Oh, it was this one. Oh, that's really good. Look at that. Look at that one. There was no blue in the sky except for 2 minutes after. There was a little patch that came through, but it was overcast story of the trip. All our photos were like overcast pretty much. But that's pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, I doubt I'll be shooting. Well, there might be some opportunity tomorrow. We leave tomorrow, but I don't know if we'll have pack film opportunities. We'll see. So get yourself some watermelon, whatever this thing is. It doesn't even know what it is because it's a can, but it's a bottle. What is it? I don't know, but it's delicious.
And on that note, it brings us to the saddest day of our entire trip. That is leaving Japan and going home. And when we get up to leave, it's a beautiful day. It's just wanting to taunt us the whole time. If you ever take an Uber in Tokyo, it will ruin you for Ubers anywhere else in the world. He helped me in the car and readjusted my seat for me to make sure I fit properly. As we arrived to the airport, he unloads our luggage for us that he also loaded for us before we left. Amazing service. Ubers are not like this back home. So this is Haneda Airport, and inside it is so cool.
That's the one we're getting on. I used to work at the airport in Portland. I fueled most of these style planes. Majority though, I fueled the twin planes, the twin prop planes more specifically, the Q200s. Is that Asiana? It is Asiana. What is it? That would fly in as a stop in Portland, but it was a 747. It's a massive plane. It is so big.
Yeah, 747 is no joke. It technically has a second floor even. And fun fact, if you ever wanted to know what the inside of a landing gear bay looks like, here you go. I worked there back in 2010. It was an awful job. We were treated terribly. I got paid $8 an hour to fuel planes. Yeah. Our flight, unfortunately, isn't until the evening, so we have like 10 plus hours to kill here. So we walked around, ate some food, did a little bit of shopping, and of course we took some photos.
Wow, this is cool. It's like a whole area. You just hang out outside and watch planes if you wanted to. There's even binoculars. Look at that. That's cool. This airport's awesome. This airport's huge, by the way. This is Terminal 3. It took our Uber driver like easily 10 minutes to get to once we entered the airport. I can't even describe how big this airport is. It is huge.
The other thing that was kind of blowing my mind, this area is mostly open. You only have this wire kind of separating you from the planes. Haven't experienced that at an airport before. But I headed back inside because I wanted to do a little bit of shopping. At least check it out because, you know, I haven't spent enough money on this trip.
That one's actually pretty cool. I think it's a mystery box. I don't really feel like dropping, I don't know how much it is, 1,600 yen probably. Just to try and get that one. But there is a Garfield one that's pretty cool. Should I do it? I don't think so. No, screw it, I'll get one. There's only like two that I don't want. Hopefully I don't get those. That green one and then that brown green one. I think it's a bear. I don't know. I don't really want those. That clear one though looks super cool. Hopefully I get that one.
Those bears are Care Bears. I don't know why that didn't register when I was there, but I did end up picking one up. Let's see what we get.
This little party action. All right, let's see what I got. There's only 4 left. I guess they're pretty popular.
All right, moment of truth. We're looking for the clear one.
Let's hope the 1,800 yen was worth it. Wait, I didn't see this on the shelf. This was actually better. I'm not mad at all. She even comes with like a little ray gun. This is actually pretty awesome. I walk back over to the vending machine to see how I missed this figure on the shelf. What's this girl got? A watch camera? Where do I get one of those? Anyway, I gotta stay focused. Look, it was right next to the one I was looking at the whole time. I don't know, I think the red one might be cooler. I still kind of want to track down that other one though. Anyone have any leads? $12 is well spent. I almost didn't want to get one of these just because I have an ex named Molly. But it's okay. After leaving the cool zone, I headed over to the hot zone. And we were greeted with gashapons. Maybe they have the alien here. Let's hope. Let's look. And no dice. And my heart got broken even more because I found this. Are you kidding me? A frog mech? Ha! However, the machine was broken. Every time I put a coin in, it would just spit it out. You have no idea how heartbroken I was over this. I really want one of these. That's so cool. You have this little dude that goes in this little frog mech. Are you, what? It's so awesome. I need to track these down. I need them in my life. But right next door, they had this cool racetrack. I think this is what, slot cars? This transforming plane robot definitely had me tempted. They had a fighter jet room. Fortunately, the helmet was for sale. I've always wanted to own one of these. It's just so awesome. Ever seen the inside of a public Japanese toilet stall? Well, now you have. It's crazy. Look, you even have a sink and you can take a shower. Oh, never mind. You can't. Never mind. There are so many options and they're so clean. Not to mention how much room you have in here. Look, free access to toilet paper. They're not locked up. It's just laying around for you to use. People would steal this back home. Oh, and you have a full door on the stall. And remember, we're in an airport. Wild. All right, enough about bathrooms. Met back up with Caleb and Alex, and we went outside to shoot some photos. I ended up shooting this like 3 different times, and this was the best one I got. Here's Caleb's, however. Yeah, insects just crushed it on this trip. Saying my final goodbyes to my newfound friends. I'm gonna miss these machines.
I know, I have to get an insect. So
I'm gonna miss them. Oh, it's already popping. You don't have to do that with Instax.
I know, I'm just like, I'm summoning the image.
Summoning it?
All right, there we go. It's a little bit better now.
Oh yeah, it looks good. Look at that. Polaroid can't do that.
No, it's too hot.
Caleb saw this family and took the opportunity to take their portrait and give him the photo. That was awesome. We had this wild idea to put our camera up to this binoculars and take a picture of Skytree. Well, here are those results. I mean, I think Caleb did a pretty good job. You can see Skytree. The sun was starting to go down, so we decided to head back inside and hang out there and shoot a couple more photos. Oh, and I've realized I haven't mentioned what camera I'm using. I'm using the SX70, and Caleb's been using the Instax Wide 300 as well as his SX70. It looks like we're in a mall, not an airport. Well, the time has come to make our long trek home to the United States. First stop was actually in Hawaii, and I did snap a couple shots there with the SX70. And notable fun fact, these photos were x-rayed in Tokyo. As you know, I love to test the x-ray myth. I had a couple shots left in my SX70 and I had it scanned at TSA or whatever they call their checkpoint people. No issues whatsoever. In the spirit of full transparency, this film was the film I bought at that camera store in Tokyo, which I was kind of getting a weird little purple hue to the images. We land back in the US, more specifically Hawaii. We pick up our bags, go through immigration, recheck our bags, and then go back through TSA. Fun stuff. So after being awake for nearly 30 hours and 287 instant photos later, we make it home, back to reality. No more Family Marts, no more gashapons, no cool temples, no more vending machines, no more adventure. Our adventure might be over in Japan, but that doesn't mean we can't experience Japan here at home. We are not in Japan anymore, sadly, but we're missing it so much that we're trying to still have some experiences of Japan. Caleb and I are going to Gashapon. What I mean is we found out recently a Gashapon store just opened. We don't know the actual name of it, so this will be interesting. We kind of know the general area of where it's at, but hopefully I can find the alien. Maybe they have it, and those frog mechs. That's what I'm after. You after anything that we didn't get?
Not Kirby.
Not Kirby?
Yep.
That's the only thing you're after is not Kirby.
Yep.
Okay, so anything.
Maybe some of those guardrails.
Oh, guardrails. I wish I got those. I got the porta potty.
I do wish I got some more of the weird ones.
Yeah, I wish I got some more of the fake foods, or realistic foods. I did get the French fry. I should have got more of the French fries. Maybe they'll have like fun Japanese snacks and foods there too.
For quadruple the price.
Seriously, these gashapons are probably gonna be like 20 bucks.
Portland gets a bad rep that it's always raining, though it is raining today, but we only get like a couple months out of the year of rain, and it's on and off. But I digress. We make our way to what we think is our final destination, and we discover a Pop Mart.
Please no bear.
What'd you get? You got one. Which ones don't you want?
I don't want the bear or the Garfield.
Or the Garfield. The Garfield's kind of cool.
Please don't be the bear.
Oh, we got the yellow one. Uh-oh. I think that's one of the bears.
Don't say that. I just wasted 20 bucks then.
It's Garfield.
Motherfucker. At least the hood goes up.
I mean, Garfield's cool. I wouldn't mind Garfield.
I guess there's some memes about, you know.
There's memes.
Alex will like it. At least it wasn't the bear.
I know. Maybe I should just get one.
Get one. Do it.
All right. Here we go. I'll get one. Give me my toy. The one I'm after is the clear one. The regular clear one. I missed paying $12 for this. That's what it was there. Oh. I saw it. Remember what I said in Japan, the one I didn't want to get? Brown, green one. I think it's a bear. I don't know. I don't really want those.
Looks like Ted.
Oh, it is Ted, actually. It's Ted 2. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. All right. I might sell it. Who wants to buy it? Oh, and we found the gashapon place. It's not here. We're at the wrong place.
Yeah, it's actually at this supermart or marketplace that we did want to go to, so it worked out. And the gashapon machines were just installed like a couple weeks ago.
I found them. We found them.
It's kind of weird doing this without 50 billion people rubbing shoulders with you.
There's that too. Looking for the alien gashapon and the robo frog mech suit thing. Not seeing it so far. Not seeing it. Well,
Where do you get the tokens at?
they're over here.
Alright. I might get one for Alex.
Sweet. I'm not finding anything yet.
They even have the little photo booths for your gashapon toys. And it's Pacific Northwest themed. Ironically though, there's no Portland. It's all Seattle area.
Hey, they have your Kirby that you didn't want. They have bugs.
I almost got the praying mantis. It's pretty cool. However, it's really expensive. So I ended up not getting anything.
He's pulling $8 for 2 pulls, which would have been probably 200 yen a piece. Yeah, we gotta go back. We weren't meant to leave. We gotta go back. Insert lost meme here of Jack telling her that we gotta go back.
We have to go back!
What'd you get? Anything good? The right one?
Nope.
Oh, which one are you going for?
That one, that one, that one, or that one.
You were trying this one in Japan, right?
No.
What was the one you guys spent like a lot of time on it and didn't get it? Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what you got.
Yep, I got it.
Woo!
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I would have wanted this one, or this one, or this one.
Oh, okay, that's a lot. Okay, good
So
odds.
this would be first place, that'd be second place, third place, fourth place, and then everything else.
Which one did you get? The white one?
I got this one. So
Right
first
here?
place.
Nice. I don't know this.
It's Freerun. It's German. It's hard to say.
Don't know. Well, after all that, I didn't get anything. But we're in this really cool Asian market. You never know. We might find some other cool stuff. Snacks and who knows. These like erasers. They're puzzle erasers. That's cool.
I seen these frogs that dropped their ice cream. I don't know. It's pretty cool. And I totally would have bought this in Japan only. I don't know. Being back home just kind of takes the fun out of it. And plus it was $7. This thing would have been probably like $100
50 yen, maybe 200 yen. Yeah.
They're folders.
Folders.
Yeah, like here's an open one right here.
Oh.
I might have to
Get it?
Yeah, so is it one folder or?
It's probably a set, right?
Yeah, it's just a cardboard back.
Maybe on the back it shows 5, 3. I don't know. I was just about to say though, it's like when you're in Japan, it's like, oh, let's get this, I'll get that. It's no big deal. It's not real money. And the FOMO. But now I'm here, I'm like, do I really want to spend a couple $100 on a little plastic frog that I definitely would have bought when I was in Japan?
That's a good book.
Let's check it out. Canned bread. Which one's this?
Probably matcha.
Probably. They don't have the one you got.
Strawberry one or raspberry or whatever.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, we did it. Where's the sign? There it is. Oh, I didn't get any gashapons. I got some cool groceries though. What'd you get?
Got some
stuff.
Anime folders, some gashapon. I didn't get the canned bread. I decided against
no canned bread. Well, it was just like Japan except for the price. I got like 4 things and it was almost 25 bucks. One of the drinks I got is one of those halvesies that doesn't know what it is. It's a bottle and a can. I think it's similar to what I had. It's the watermelon kiwi. Let's try it. It's better be good. It was like $4. Ooh, that's really good. You want to try it? It's like really good. That's really good. It's smooth. And
that's good.
Delicious. Wow. All right. Well, it's like Japan, but not really. Closest we're gonna get. Yum yum. This was $7.
You can't put a price on nostalgia.
Like how we're talking about like nostalgia. It was like 5 months ago. It's nostalgic.
Feels like just yesterday I paid 70 cents for a bag of pizza chips.
This was like literally, yeah. Well, this was a big bag. Literally, this was a big bag. But the regular bag, it was like 70 cents. This was quite the adventure. I will never forget this trip. I need to go back. I want to go back so bad. I loved it. There's some things I wish I got to do, and there's things I've learned after coming home that I wish I knew then. So I will be making a return. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this adventure of my trek through Japan. But until next time, get out there, make some art.